Hey guys, good morning. I want to record really part two of experiencing the infinite power of love. And what we were sharing last week is unconditional love, which is your true nature, uh, means it's the acceptance of everything as is. It's okay. Love is unconditional, meaning there's no conditions. I love this no matter what's going on. The easiest way to see if you're not experiencing that infinite potential love is if you're saying, however I'm feeling or whatever is going on in my life is, I don't like this, I don't want this, I want to change this. You're saying no to things, where unconditional love says yes to things. And as we were sharing, if we just put this into context, in most relationships, being around ministry and hundreds of thousands of people over the last 30 years, Barb and I, whether it's marriage relationships, um, kids and their parents, what people truly want is unconditional love. Is like oftentimes if they have a rebellious child, you'll hear them say, "Mom and Dad, why can't you just love me exactly how I am?" Which would be unconditional. And people are afraid of that because they think, well, if I love this child who's doing these things exactly how it is, they're going to continue doing those things. And the exact opposite is actually true. When people feel loved and whole, they don't feel any lack. So they're not seeking anything outside of themselves. They feel loved, they feel whole. It actually is a very natural governor to live an amazing life. And so um, the cool part is experiencing this infinite love is I'm going to go through a couple concepts. This may take one or two messages here. We'll see. But you are the infinite power of God. You are an unlimited presence of God telling yourself you're something else, separated from God, a sinner, as we've shared, is it's so far from the truth. That word emerosh says the strength of God comes from the flow from the the highest point of man. It's talking about your divinity is the true word. It has nothing to do with anything wrong with you. And so unconditional love would always say there's nothing wrong with you. You're God's perfection. You've always been God's perfection. You're going to live in God's perfection, and you're gonna step out of this earth suit in God's perfection. And the whole point is to experience God's perfection. So anyway, we just covered up the unconditional and limitless power of God with thoughts that we are limited. And so here's what's really cool is you can use goals um, or problems to do the same thing. This is kind of an interesting concept. Let me read this first to you. This is this is out of the Sedona Method, page 266 in my book, and it's talking about every time there's a quote unquote problem, you have an opportunity to release and turn it around. Okay, how do you release? How you release is how are you feeling right now about this situation that you're calling a problem? You don't try to change that feeling. If you're feeling anxious, if you're feeling insecure, if you're feeling fear, just allow yourself to experience without that feeling of fear or that feeling of anxiousness without trying to change it. Just be aware of it. Fear, you're welcome here. It's okay. And just allow yourself to experience it because your true nature, the presence of God, will dissolve that anxious feeling or that fear or anxiety, and more of your true nature of infinite power, infinite love, everything's okay, naturally starts to flow. So this is a pretty interesting concept. We shared this morning on fellowship. Every time there's a quote unquote problem, you have an opportunity to release and turn it around. And the releasing is just loving it as it is. It's okay for me to feel this feeling. How do I feel about this problem? And just be present with whatever comes up in your heart area and just welcome it, that feeling. Don't try to change it. Just be present with that feeling. That's welcoming. And it naturally releases. Change your whole perspective by recognizing that every down or every problem is an opportunity to soar higher and higher. Because if there's a quote unquote down or something holding us back, it just means that we have a limiting thought, a limiting belief that is why we're experiencing what we think is a problem. So every problem, if we change our perspective, is going, this is happening for me. It seems counterintuitive. It's not happening to me. Why is this happening? God, where are you? It's, oh, I'm living in this energy right now. I see this as a way to release whatever negative belief, whatever negative energy I have, so I can soar higher and higher. So change your whole perspective on this by recognize that every down is an opportunity for you to go even higher. It's about becoming more aware of the unlimited potential that's just behind whatever you're experiencing that you're calling a problem. Meaning, if there's something going on that we're like, I don't like this. I wish it was different. I wish uh, I wish I wasn't experiencing the big three: lack of love, lack of abundance, lack of health. Okay, great. If I'm not experiencing um, complete wholeness, if I'm not experiencing complete abundance, if I'm not experiencing complete health, this is my opportunity to let go of any limiting thought, any limiting belief, and soar even higher. So that's why it says change your whole perspective. You recognize that this situation, every down, is what he says, is an opportunity to go higher and higher. It's about becoming more aware of the unlimited potential that's just behind what you're calling a problem. So it's like this. I'm going to have to take two messages on this, I can tell already. So you go, the big three. Am I experiencing lack of love or wholeness in my relationships? And am I experiencing um, uh, lack of abundance, the flow? Am I experiencing lack of health in my mind or body? So let's just pick health. You can pick any one of them. So you go, how am I feeling right now about this health? And if you've gotten a diagnosis, if it's something that doesn't feel good, either mentally, physically, just allow yourself to just be aware of what you are trying to, or what you're feeling in this moment, the now moment, not trying to change it. And on fellowship this morning, people were saying it's a little scary, which is exactly why the tendency why we try to suppress it. I don't want to feel this because it's uncomfortable for me. But unconditional love really is just this stepping back, going, the full range of emotions is good. Everything's good unconditionally. I love that. What people don't realize is when they allow themselves to feel that anxiousness, when they allow themselves to feel that fear, when they allow themselves to go, it's okay. If we're using health, as we said, how do I feel in the now moment about this diagnosis, about this health? And it'll probably be something of I'm frustrated. I don't have enough faith, especially if you come from a Christian perspective. If I just had enough faith, how does that make you feel? Usually people feel stuck. They feel, I don't know what to do. I've tried everything I know. I've read the Bible more. I've had enough faith. I've tried to do all the things as nothing's working. Well, the right thing to do is typically the opposite of what we've been taught in Western theology, because unconditional love says it's okay for me to experience this feeling that I don't have enough faith right now, or it's okay for me to feel hopeless a minute because we have all the rah rah. Um, there's 365 verses about thou shalt not fear, and it doesn't say that at all anywhere in scriptures I've shown you, and it doesn't work. You know, you walk into the bookstore and well, that's great. There's a verse for every day of the year for me to not experience fear, yet I'm still experiencing fear. What it actually says in that thou shalt not fear, there's no no's or nots, as I've shown you. It says you shall behold or experience the awe of God. Well, that's good. So, how do we get rid of this anxiousness, this fear about our health? Just be honest. Like I said, if it's something like, I wish this was different. How do I feel right now in this ah moment about my health? And if it's anxiousness, if it's fear, if it's I wish this was different, that frustration, could you just be okay with that uncomfortable feeling a minute? Just welcome that feeling. It's okay for me to feel that uncomfortable feeling. I'm not going to try to change it because unconditional love doesn't need anything to change. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with that feeling as far as unconditional love goes. There's no conditions. I love that feeling. And loving that feeling, just accept it exactly as it is right now. Could you just be present with it? It's okay. I'm going to allow that feeling to be here. I'm just going to love you. It's okay for you to be here. I'm not going to try to change you. I'm going to accept you exactly how you are, which is unconditional love. And you should have felt a little shift, even just that little bit, is I'm not going to try to change you. I'm going to allow it to be exactly how it is. You should feel a little shift, almost like an exhale. Oh, because you're not resisting anymore. You're practicing that infinite power of unconditional love, and you'll feel it dissolve easier and easier. And I'm kind of going to do an intro to the goals. You can do the same thing, and I'm going to record another one. Is this is let's say you're using that problem as we just described as an opportunity to let go of limiting beliefs and feelings to soar higher and higher. It's an opportunity for you. Using health again as the example, if you had a health challenge, instead of you trying to have enough faith to change it, all these different things that which typically don't work, typically leave you frustrated and in this loop of trying to have enough faith and all these different things is if my goal would be I want to uh, I want to be free of whatever this condition is. So what you would do is I allow myself to have divine health. You wouldn't say I allow myself to beat cancer or diabetes or any of these things. What would it feel like if I had divine health? It would be something like I would feel full of life. I would feel so grateful. I would feel so blissful. All right, so you can use the goal to allow myself to have divine health. How would I feel? I would feel blissful. I would feel so empowered. I'd feel so full of life. What would you be doing? Would you be doing things with your family? What would you be saying to your kids, your spouse, others? It feels so great to be free. Allow yourself to feel that and express it fully. And just check, is there anything that comes up that says this isn't true? I can't have this divine health right now. This is where the infinite love comes in. Something will come up as, I don't believe this. I don't deserve, uh, let's just pick that one. I don't deserve to be healthy because I've done all these things. Could you just allow yourself to feel what, however deeply that is about that? I'm going to allow myself to feel that feeling there I don't deserve it. I'm not going to try to change it. I'm just going to be honest with myself and feel that feeling wholly where I don't think this is going to change. I don't have enough hope. Just be present with it. Allow it to be here. I just welcome that feeling. And it's just a feeling. Could you just let it pass? Could you just let it go? Yeah, of course you could. And just try it again. I allow myself to have divine health and be totally free. Just see if you can fully accept it as it's real right now. I deserve it. I fully experience it right now. I'm so grateful for it. I'm so filled with life. I'm so in awe and so grateful that God's answered every one of my prayers. And if there's anything other than I can have it, I can accept it, everything is right now as I feeling it, whatever is contrary to that, don't try push it away, don't try change it, don't try have enough faith. Just try infinite love. And infinite love is just being honest and going, whatever I'm feeling about my health right now, it's okay. I'm going to let myself feel that. And I promise you, it doesn't take that many iterations if you do that a couple times a day, where all the limiting beliefs are dissolved by the infinite power of love. And when you read it, I allow myself to have divine health, full of life effortlessly. You can accept it as real. You can experience it as if it's real right now. You can go, I do deserve this. It's a yes, this is who I am. And you watch right behind it, your life is going to soar. The your body knows how to heal itself. You're divine. You'll start to experience that really effortlessly, and everything starts to soar in your life. So hopefully that helps, guys. Um, I'll do another one just on goals a little bit more, like walking you through it, but you can do it both ways. You can allow every down, everything that we call a quote unquote problem, as an opportunity to realize, oh, there's some limiting belief or some emotion that I've accepted. This is my opportunity to be free from it forever and experience the unlimited, infinite power of God that's right behind this so-called problem. And you can use goals in the same way. Is I allow myself to have uh, beautiful, loving relationships full of life, lacking nothing. I allow myself to have infinite abundance effortlessly, where everything just flows in my life. I allow myself to be mentally and physically whole and healthy, effortlessly and free and full of life. And you just see what comes up. If there's anything that's not, I can accept this as real right now. I don't believe this. Um, I'm too scared to believe this. What if I fail? Allow all of those things. Unconditional love, infinite love says it's okay for me to experience those fully right now and not try to change them. And your true nature, the infinite presence of God, has infinite power. So when you just be present and allow those uncomfortable feelings to be present and welcome them, which is just loving, I'm going to accept you exactly how you are. It dissolves all those negative feelings. And then when you read your goal statement, I allow myself to have all of those things effortlessly and freely. When you can really get rid of all the limiting thoughts, all the limiting beliefs, everything just starts to flow. You're in that flow state. Everything just starts to happen. Where one thought, every atom in the universe moves to fulfill your thought. That's how it works. So you can use negative things as an opportunity to release. You can use goals as an opportunity to release any limiting beliefs or feelings by allowing and loving those feelings fully, not trying to push them away, not trying to have enough faith, not trying to willpower it. If I just work harder, allow the limiting beliefs to go. And your true nature, which is the infinite presence, the infinite power of God, will naturally be right there behind it. And you start to experience this life where I love, as we shared even this morning, then you get so hopeful because you realize who you are. I am the infinite presence and the unlimited power of God in a human body called the tabernacle in Scripture, the dwelling place of God. And it's not sin, something wrong with you. It's a mirosh. The strength of God comes from the flow of what comes out of the highest point of man. It's actually creative and divine. So hopefully it helps, guys. God bless.